Hello guys, in this video lecture I am going to explain about ARM Cortex M series processor. So what is meant by ARM means ARM is a advanced RISC machine, or we can call it as Akron RISC machine. So mainly the history of ARM is ARM is developed at Akron Computers Limited at 1980s. So Akron is a 32-bit processor. It is used for mostly for commercial purposes. So applications are video games, modems, mobile phones, handycams. So used in smartphones, tablets, etc. So such variables which we can variable variables. So these are the important topics related to ARM Cortex processor. This series of architectures developed for deeply embedded microcontroller profiles. So these are mostly used ARM processors are used microcontroller based. So they are offers lowest gate count, so smaller silicon area. So because ARM is a RISC processor, so whereas in RISC processor we have very less number of instructions, so we offer very low number of gates in ARM processor. These are flexible and powerful designs with completely predictable. So next very important concept is in ARM processor we have NVIC. So what it means is nested vector interrupt controller. So it is deterministic interrupt handling capabilities by introducing NVIC. So it will handles the interrupts very effectively. So next one is the small instruction set supports high density and simplified software development. So these are the features of ARM Cortex processor. So as it is ARM means advanced RISC machine. So it is a RISC based processor. So it supports load and store architecture. And second point is mostly single execution instructions. So because ARM is a hardware architecture based system, so in hardware we have two separate memories. One is for data and second one is for instruction. So here we use two separate buses, so we can execute any instruction with a single cycle execution. So the power consumption is very less in ARM processor. Small silicon area, as we have discussed earlier, we have very less number of instructions, and it supports hardware bus architecture. So where we have two separate memories, one for data and one for instruction, and it is small in size, multi-processing system, and it supports three-stage pipelining. So what are the three stages means fetching, decoding and executions. So these are the features of a ARM Cortex processor. So coming to next one, architecture of ARM Cortex M series. So this is the block diagram of ARM Cortex M series. So this is a processor. So if we want to learn about this one, so first one is embedded system. Embedded system is a combination of software and hardware. The hardware circuitry mainly consists of four blocks: input blocks and output blocks, memory and processor, right? So whatever the input devices, all the input devices are connected to the input ports, and output devices are connected to output ports. And we have, because ARM is a hardware architecture, so we have two types of memory. One is for data and second one is instruction. So we can take the instruction, we can take the means we can take the data from RAM. So we have RAM from where we can access the data, and whatever the instructions we have, all the instructions are stored in RAM. Here we have taken in ARM processor, we have flash RAM, and these are the internal peripherals. So we have different types of internal peripherals like system peripherals for communication and motion control peripherals. All the internal peripherals we can take here, internal peripherals. So in ARM Cortex series we have different, mainly 5 types of buses. As number of buses increases, the processor speed also increases. Here we have 5 types of buses. So first one is decode bus and I-code bus, system bus, PPB bus means private peripheral bus, and the last one is advanced high performance bus. So these are the important points regarding ARM processor. ARM Cortex M series architecture consists of a 32-bit RISC processor, and it has 3-stage pipeline: fetch, decode and execute, and it supports hardwired architecture because it has separate data and instruction buses. It has multiple buses to perform multiple tasks in parallel to increase the speed of instruction or speed of execution. So we have 5 types of buses as we earlier discussed. So first one is I-code bus. So I-code bus is also called as instruction bus. So it is fetch the instructions from flash RAM, right? Second one is decode bus, data bus. So it is used to read constant data from RAM. So decode data bus. Data bus is used to read the constant data from RAM. And system bus. So through system bus we can read or write the instructions from RAM and I/O ports. And fourth one is PPB bus. So private peripheral bus. Through this bus we can connect or we can read or write the data from internal peripherals. So we have different types of internal peripherals like DMA, watchdog timer, serial communication devices, etc. So last one is a AHB bus, advanced high performance bus. This is mainly used to read or write the data from high speed I/O devices like USB cables, USBs.